Morse Jamel Mansion is the oldest house in the borough of Manhattan.
The Merchant's House is the last remaining patrician house of the era in New York City.
It's 253 years old at this point.
Well, the New York Times has called this Manhattan's most haunted house.
Right now we were sitting in the bedroom that would have been Stephen Jamel's and then ultimately Aaron Burr's bedroom as well. Aaron Burr is most notable for, unfortunately, killing Alexander Hamilton in a duel. And then much later in his life he did marry Eliza Jamel and moved into the house. At that point he was in his 70s. So the paranormal claims of the house actually go back to the 1800s. When Eliza Jamel moves in, she claims to hear voices, see things, all kinds of noises at night. And then after she passes away, her family comes to stay at the house for a little while, and they claim the same thing, to see her and hear her. As a staff, we have things happen all the time. If you work here long enough, you're going to acquire your own ghost story. Prior to a performance, our then director and visitor services director were in the gift shop, and all of a sudden they could hear in the basement, the basement door open up. They heard two women laughing and then silence. There was no one in there.
The Treadwell family bought the house in 1835. Seabury Treadwell moved his family here when he retired from being a hardware merchant and importer, very successful man, and they wound up living here for the next 98 years. I have smelt things, I have heard things, I have had things moved from one room to another. One day I was poked in the ribs very sharply, and when I turned around there was nobody there. But until 4 years ago, I had never actually seen anything. And one day I was having a conversation with a visiting expert on the staircase, and I glanced up behind her and I saw a woman in a very light dress standing there at the top of the stairs. I saw her vividly. She had the most intensely beautiful, liquid, limpid blue eyes I've ever seen. The director of the museum suggested I take a look at the family photos, and sure enough, there she was. It was Elizabeth Seabury Nichols.